So right now we are very close to entering the next phase of the market cycle. And I'm not talking about the different phases of crypto or anything like that. I'm talking about the next phase of sentiment when it comes to the market. Now, for those who aren't familiar, crypto is a psychological game. it's a mind game, right? We have periods where we explode, where we go on massive runs to the upside. And then we have periods where we consolidate and fall and price looks like crap and you start to beat yourself up. And right now, we're kind of escaping those bearish times in terms of crypto. You know, ADA's done well. Some people have said, oh, it's not doing well, and people will, dog it for falling right now. And this is exactly what we see from a psychological standpoint every market cycle. In fact, for those who have not seen it before, this is the Wall Street cheat sheet. Okay, this is the psychology of a market cycle. You go through these periods of euphoria and belief and basically awesomeness in terms of sentiment in the market. And then you go through these big drops, these big retracements, bad sentiment, anxiety, denial, panic, capitulation, anger, depression, right? And we've been climbing out of this depression phase. In fact, right now, I think we are in disbelief. You guys can see these sentiments here echo a lot of what is being said in comments. A lot of ways that people are feeling about their assets right now. This is a sucker's rally. This rally will fail like the others, right? That very much is consistent from what we've seen from people, right? But the funny thing is cycle after cycle, you escape these phases. You move on to the next phase. And the next phase, guys, is hope. A recovery is possible. Right now, we've gone through this big drop in the market, just like you see in this disbelief phase. You guys can see ADA dropping down in a big way from this local high here. The funny thing is I can't remember how I did it. I believe I did it before where I actually plopped this, the psychology of a market cycle right on top of the ADA charts. It's identical. So right now we're in disbelief. All right. We've gone through this climb. We're going through a slight retracement right now, which is normal from a psychological standpoint and from a market standpoint. And then times start to get better. Yes, you guys can see there are drops along the way. People start to get a little more hopeful. People start to enter optimism, belief, thrill, euphoria. This is when we get into bigger adoption in terms of the market in general. When we get into alt season, we get into times where a true adoption is taking off, as we're entering mass adoption, as institutional money is flowing in much bigger ways. But people need to understand it takes time to get through these different phases of the cycle, these different phases of psychology. And right now, we're basically going from, frankly, the shit times from a psychological standpoint to these super good times. Okay. That's the thing I wanted to share. So what comes after disbelief? Hope. We are about to get extremely hopeful in the market. We're about to start seeing big influxes in a big way. We're about to see crypto adoption take off. And this is where ADA tends to do its best. It's driven by retail. It's not driven by VCs. It's not driven by huge, big money or anything like that. So you need those retail users, those retail adopters to really push the price of ADA higher. And they'll come. Just remember, that time isn't here yet. All right. It may happen early, kind of like what we were seeing in late February, early March. But know that the bigger times for that are as we get deeper into the cycle. So I just wanted to remind people of that. I like to bring this up every now and then to kind of gauge where we're at. And it looks like we're right on pace with history, right on pace with psychology. And guess what? Those psychologically good times are about to start rolling. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.